Continuing to strip down my 2007 Chevy Cobalt Sport, and today I'm going to remove the steering wheel and the ignition switch. I want to remove these before I remove the steering column, because once I remove the steering column it's a little more difficult to remove the steering wheel. Go. So usually if you hit the steering wheel on each side, top, bottom, left, right, it'll jiggle it loose so you can actually pull it out and then take the nut all the way off. I have a steering wheel puller and this works 99% of the time. Because the airbag blew on this steering wheel, the clock spring actually has to be replaced because it burns the connections when the airbag goes off. Alright, then there's 4 Phillips screws that'll take the clock spring out. And then you just remove the electrical connections in the back. So because this is an airbag connection, it has this red like lock tab on it. You just push down, that comes right out. And that just slides right off. And here's where the Phillips screws go. So I usually like keeping everything together. If I can put assemblies kind of back together a little bit, it just makes it easier to keep track of the parts. So there's a couple different ways to remove this wiring out of the way. There are a few different ways to take off the security bolt for the ignition switch, but I found the best way to do it is just use a hammer and chisel and kind of tap the ends and kind of turn it slowly. You can get a Dremel tool, put a little cut in it, and just use a straight screwdriver to pull it out, but this way is usually just the quickest. And it turns it really slowly, but it does definitely works. Alright, so there is a little steering wheel lock thing in there that when it'll pull up and not allow it to slide out with that up, but you can get it off with a little pick tool or something like that.